A Denver doctor is out of surgery and doing well after getting a new kidney.
CBS 4 was first to tell you about this story yesterday, and our health specialist, Kathy Walsh, spent the day at the hospital. She's here now to tell us how it went.
Oh, boy. It was an emotional day, you guys. Believe me. Dr. Angie Carranza struggled to get this transplant. The chief transplant surgeon where she works refused to do her surgery because the donor was found on the Internet. So she went to Porter Adventist Hospital. Just before surgery, she got to meet the man who was the very first to undergo a transplant after finding a donor online. Bob Hickey held her hand. Dr. Angie Carranza thanked him for coming. She headed for surgery all smiles.
Ready to go.
Ready for a better life after a grueling year of 3 days a week on dialysis. Ready for an operation she couldn't have at her own hospital because she found her kidney donor online. Bob Hickey was emotional.
A moving experience.
What'd you say to her?
I told her that her life was about to change and that she was going to feel normal again and get ready. She's on a roll.
Bob knows. He is the first person ever to find a kidney donor over the Internet. Initially, he was turned away at Presbyterian St. Luke's by the same surgeon who refused to do Carranza's transplant.
It's just magnificent that Porter has had an enlightened attitude about this process.
Dr. Carranza's sisters and her worried mother waited at the hospital and prayed for hours today.
So at this point, I'm just trying to keep it together and not break down.
Carrie Miller, the daughter of the donor Sandy Miller, came from Ohio to be with her mother.
She's an amazing person.
4 hours later, Surgeon Ben Vernon delivered great news.
Well done. Yeah, everything went great.
Thank you.
Piece of cake.
There was relief all around and a hug for a job well done.
Good to see you again. You look fabulous.
Upstairs in her hospital room, donor Sandy Miller told me she was feeling great.
I'm just thinking here, just laying here reflecting and just thinking, how great this is.
While downstairs at a news conference, her daughter cried.
And I'm very proud of her. It's difficult.
And at that same news conference, Porter transplant surgeons said they too were proud of Sandy Miller and that she might get us all to look in our own hearts and rise to the challenge. And Jim and Molly, while they understand the ethical debate over using a donor that you found online, they say there is no rift in the medical community here in Colorado over their decision to do such transplants.
Oh, good. And Dr. Carranza would have had to wait some 5 years or something.
3 to 5, they say.
Yeah.
And depends on where you're on the list.
Right. Yeah. All right, Kathy. And I know you'll continue to follow them.
Yeah. We hope to talk to her very soon.
All right. Thanks, Kath. Dr. Carranza now becomes the 16th person to undergo a transplant after finding a donor through the website MatchingDonors.com.